Good morning, and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 24th September 2025, Aries. Some misunderstandings could cause confusion in the home, and your intuition and insight should diffuse the situation. Especially since you're more diplomatic than usual, you could also have an artistic inspiration, perhaps a new project that could be very important to you. It could be important to your career, or it could open up new opportunities for you. Taurus. Social events you attend today could put you in touch with some fascinating people, and your acquaintance could become your close friend. These individuals may be highly educated in a field that interests you or from the other states. Conversation should be stimulating. Any information gained could serve you well for the long run. Any information gleaned could serve you. Writing, teaching, and publishing matters come to the forefront. Gemini. You generally like to think of yourself as a practical and down to earth person. Today, you might depend on intuition more than usual. People around you might seem to be acting peculiar, and your insight could give you hints as to their true motivations and how to deal with them. Relations with colleagues could especially benefit from this, so please follow your heart. Cancer. Emotions could run high among those close to you. It might seem like everyone is in a bad mood. In your own relations with your friendly nature and social skills will calm them down and keep them on an even keel, at least when you're around. Social events may keep you busy, and you could make some valuable contacts. Leo, your warmth, sensitivity, and understanding in your relations with those you care about are heightened. You could also feel especially well about your health, as it is good. You want to get out and be social with friends and family. If there are no outings planned, don't hesitate to be the instigator. Everyone will have a wonderful time, and your company will be greatly enjoyed. Virgo, matters of romance, love, and marriage should go very well for you today. You should feel especially warm and supportive. Intimate conversations could come easily to you. Make certain before you speak that you're expressing your thoughts in the right way. There's a danger that your partner might misinterpret your words. You don't want anybody upset, however temporary. To mar your day, you have to please be careful. Libra, communication between you and your family member could be difficult today. Your warmth and understanding might give this person the courage to tell you what's on his or her mind. You might feel adventurous, so you and your romantic partner will get down and decide to go out of town. You're both looking and feeling good, so please have a great time. Scorpio, a welcome letter, phone call, or perhaps visit could come from a lover or close friend bringing interesting news. Your creative energies are bubbling over, so you might want to try writing music, drawings, or paintings. You might send some letters, place a lot of phone calls, or make a lot of short trips in your neighborhood, maybe to libraries or bookstores, but please enjoy it. Sagittarius, good news regarding money could have you thinking in terms of refreshing your home. You might want to do some painting or add some small decorative touches of art or to the houseplants. You might even want to shop for a few new furniture. This promises to be a lot of fun, so please get some family members to do it with you. Capricorn, a visit from a relative or neighbor in the day could put you in a fantastic mood. Perhaps this person has some interesting news, encouraging words, or maybe a gift. Listen and enjoy. Be aware of the idle gossip. Some of what you hear is unlikely to be true, so it is best to keep it all to yourself. In the evening, you could go out of town and refresh your mind. Aquarius, your inspiration and imagination are soaring today. You may want to try an artistic project of some kind. You could be pleasantly surprised at the results. Your intuition is also high, and your understanding of those around you is gently increasing. Don't be afraid to act from instinct. This is one of these days when it should win over the rationality of logic. Pisces, you look gorgeous and feel especially sociable today. Don't be surprised if you either host an event or decide to attend one with whom you're invited to. You're always a congenial companion, but today more than ever, your enthusiasm is high. People will want to enjoy your company. You may also have some interesting information that everyone will want to hear, so please provide it. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 24th September 2025. Do have yourself a great, blessed, and wonderful day.
Good morning and happy Wednesday to you guys. How are you doing? How the weather treated you yesterday? I hope you stayed safe and you're keeping vigilant out there. Let's go on over to our news department. I'm sure they've got some information for us. We'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polion. Minibus drivers servicing the Cicero route are receiving traffic tickets from the police for illegal parking, a problem they say is caused by a truck that occupies their bus stop on mornings. According to one concerned driver, this compels them to circle the area, wasting fuel and causing vehicular congestion.
Because right now, there, if you could see clearly, we have our buses parked all on the side of the road, and we are getting charged, and police are harassing us all the time for the buses parking other side of the road. And now we have our bus stand where they give us the place for us to park, and these Heineken trucks come in, and they parking on the bus stand, and they offloading, and they serving the whole block, all the blocks, and all the shops around the area, and that taking how long, and then we do not have any parking.
We continue the broadcast with news that officers attached to the Criminal Investigations Department, Gangs, Narcotics and Firearms Unit, Special Services South, Special Services Denery and the Tactical Response Unit on Monday executed a warrant to search for property at a residence in Viger, Vieux-Fort. During the operation, a search was conducted of the surrounding area where officers recovered the following items: one Taurus pistol with a magazine containing 12 live rounds of 9mm ammunition and one additional round chambered, one AR-15 type rifle with a magazine containing 29 live rounds of 5.56 ammunition, one black nylon bag containing 30 additional live rounds of 5.56 ammunition, 82 grams of cannabis resin with an estimated street value of $820. Two individuals have been arrested in connection with the seizure. Investigations into this matter are ongoing. In a significant demonstration of regional law enforcement cooperation, Yannick Tiny Gustav has been extradited to Martinique to face criminal charges, including robbery. On Monday, September the 22nd, 2025, Gustav was formally handed over to a French escort team for transfer to Martinique in a joint operation involving the RSLPF and the Bodily Correctional Facility. Finally, from us this morning, the island's minister with responsibility for equity, social justice and empowerment says that some residents in a section of the Castries Southeast constituency, which he represents in Parliament, will soon receive legal title for Crown lands they have occupied over several decades. He says that approximately 80 letters have also been presented to residents of Bel Air and Otsa so that they can acquire lands at $2.50 a square foot.
I am pleased to report this morning that 40 persons in Otsa will be receiving a letter to own the property where they are on Crown lands because they have been there for 40 years and more. In addition to this, last week we prepared letters to approximately 80 persons so far, both in Bel Air and in Otsa, would be owning land at just $2.50 per square foot.
As a broadcast, thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thank you, News Department. We need to take a short break. We'll be back. Encountered a food scientist, and I was quite intrigued when we got the opportunity to have a chat with one of them. What do they really do? I think there's only about 2 here in St. Lucia from our limited knowledge. So we had a wonderful opportunity and we profited it. I'm here, I don't know, I've never met a food technologist before. So I'm quite interested. I'm quite invested here. I'm speaking with Roddy. Roddy Stanislaus is a food
Technologist. Yes,
Right.
correct.
What I mean?
So
What I mean, Roddy?
basically, I pursued a degree in food science, and a degree in food science, what does it entail? Basically, you use science, biology, chemistry, physics, and the other sciences to study the nature of foods, what is in our foods, the causes of food deterioration, what causes our food to spoil, and if you know what is in the food, you know what causes it to spoil, you'd be in a better position to prevent it from spoiling. So you also study the principles underlying food preservation.
Oh my God! No, this is a heavy man right there. Because listen, we've got a lot of listen. We're in an environment where this is a very vital field to tap into right now. We've got a lot of foods out there, natural foods, and preserving these things without compromising our health is kind of like a big thing. So you go into the food, you see what there. You can tell me, well, if you put cabbage on the fridge and so on, so on, so what make it spoil, so on, so on, so this and that and that. So how does what you do? What are you doing in the field of agriculture? What do you do? How does what you do enhance? What's your daily work like?
Right. So basically, I assist agro-processors quite a bit on island because, like you said, you never really came across someone who is quote unquote a food technologist. Based on my knowledge, I think there's only one guy in St. Lucia I came across who pursued studies in food science. Apart from that, I don't know any other persons currently in St. Lucia who really pursued studies in that field. So my daily activity, food science is a very broad field. There is the food chemistry aspect, the food safety aspect, and the food processing aspect also. So what I do at the National Agricultural Diagnostic Facility in Union, I work in the lab. We assist agro-processors with nutritional fact analysis. For example, when you come up with your product, to know what levels of proteins, carbohydrates, and that sort of stuff, we assist them with that. We also assist them with product development. For example, if you run into challenges during your product development phases, we can probably assist you with, science-based solutions. So sometimes I would have to go to their processing facilities and understand their processes and see how I can assist them in any way that I can to better their product, to prolong it, or to probably also advise them on various food preservatives and that sort of stuff. So it involves quite a bit. Right. So basically, anything that would probably have to do with food, preserving food, and doing it in a safe way, I may have a little knowledge, or I would be able to try and guide you as to how to go about it.
What's the highlight of your job? I mean, it sounds exciting to me. Like, what's the highlight of the job for you personally?
Well, it's definitely an exciting field. For me, food is a basic need, right? And just to see probably you assist an agro-processor with a challenge they've had probably for eons, and they didn't approach it from a scientific point of view, or they didn't understand why such is happening, and to probably assist them to solve it and just see how excited they are.
And we're seeing more and more farmers and farmers, Helen's daughters, are getting into preservation of certain foods and fruits and stuff like that. So that kind of knowledge, that kind of expertise is more than needed, because you might tell yourself you want to go into something, process something, but without that knowledge to understand the chemistry that goes into it, you might, like you said, find yourself in some problems where you're trying something there and okay, I do it this month, and by the time I put that in a plastic bag, I put it on the fridge, something happened, so being able to come and to see that you can have that thing preserved for years after maybe, it's like I said, I could see the breakthrough and I could see the joy.
Right. And especially now, you hear talks about food security and sustainability. I mean, you would not be able to achieve food security without food processing at all. And, a lot of people don't realize. You'd always hear people talking about, processed food. If you understand the definition of processed food, we all eat processed food. Everything you eat is processed. Whether you pick it and you wash it, it's processed. Right? So the problem is, I guess, the level of processing, whether it's minimally processed or highly processed and that sort of stuff. So in order to achieve that food security we talk about, definitely food processing and knowledge in food science would be the only thing to take us to that level.
Right. Talk about, just briefly, what looking forward in the field that you're in, what are some of the things that's on your mind that you'd like to project moving forward?
Well, moving forward, I mean, in St. Lucia, we grow quite a lot. I mean, in the tropics, we have the ability to grow things all year round. And you'd hear all the time that so many things are being wasted. Mangoes are being wasted and all that sort of stuff. So for me, and also from a ministry's point of view, we really want to empower people, empower them into understanding the raw material we have and the potential, and we'll do everything within our capacity to just empower them to take that business to the next level, or to realize the decrease in wastages, whether it's our fresh fruits or vegetables and that sort of stuff. I think that would definitely be one of the priority things moving forward.
I certainly, I am all for that. I think this is a step in the right direction, and I'm happy that you're one of the person that like what 2 or 1? No, you not you either the number 2 or the number 3 on the island.
Well, based on my knowledge,
Right.
yeah, they just only have 2 of us that really studied food science. I mean, there are quite a few people who are passionate about the field, and
No. They've professionally studied it too.
but yes,
Yeah.
based on my knowledge, there are not many. Probably, I know of St. Lucians in the diaspora who studied, but not
Yeah.
currently
And we need
here,
them
yeah.
here, and I'm glad you decided to come back home with the expertise. I would be happy. Well, thank you for doing so, and we hope that we could realize some good stuff moving forward with you here.
Sure,
Don't
no
go in,
problem.
no. Don't leave, no. Don't decide you're getting up. and
No,
going.
no, man. I mean,
Yeah.
St. Lucia is the land of my
It's
birth.
home, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I like
I'm
where
here.
you're
I'm
taking
here.
it. I like where you're at. There's been some studies that links the two, mental health and creative arts. A lot of persons find themselves finding peace, finding solace in creative arts when dealing with mental issues. So, yeah, well, we had some experts on board. They've got some activities that is coming up, but they were able to enlighten us, the correlation between the two. This is not the first time we've connected with this young man. We did so some time ago, if you're paying attention. Jamal right here, and he's brought a lovely friend with him. Now, there's reason for them being here. We've been hearing a lot about mental health, especially mental health among men, mental health in general, and the way that we don't take it serious. A lot of the time we either attach some sort of stigma to it, and we just talk, and then there's been a lot of conversation about the actual condition. But we sort of like, when it comes to finding solutions, we don't have enough of that. So I think it's wonderful that you guys have made the link, because we've heard about that link before. Creative, what is it? What's it?
Talawa Karibi.
No. Mental health
And artistry.
and artistry.
Yes.
That's it. Mental health and artistry. It definitely goes hand in hand. Artistry has a lot of people that I've encountered say that they've used this to help them when they're having moments of mental strain. Right. So I'm glad that we're here and we've understood that link, and we're about to do some amazing, pointed, directed stuff that is going to help and aid in that regard. So Jamal, this is your home. This is the guest. So we're going to come to you first. Tell me about it.
Right. So we're of course trying to create this link between the artistry and mental health. So as in collaboration with the lovely Kaja J here, we are trying to incorporate or curate rather some events during the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks or so that will incorporate our expertise in dance and in creative direction that will surely inspire the youth, of course. Right. So we have a dance camp coming on the 28th and a mental health event on the 12th and a concert on the 19th.
Right. Wonderful. Now let me stick a pin there a little bit. Now you flew all the way in for this, or you've been here?
Yes, I did fly. I've been flying for a while.
Wonderful. Now, what is the aim in your field, in your expertise? You're also a life coach. In your expertise, how have you noticed this actually playing out in a positive way, and why is this particular series of events something to really look forward to?
Yes. So I'll preface with saying before I became a life coach, I was a behavior analyst and therapist for 8 years. I've since then retired from that and transitioned into being a life coach, focusing on mental health. I've realized in working with business owners, corporations, organizations, associations, mental health has always been embedded in the culture, but not always in a positive way. And it does affect every single relationship that we have. Platonic, romantic, familial, again, in the business workplace, it affects everything. But oftentimes, again, because of the stigma that you mentioned, we don't see it as so. We don't see it as comprehensive health. Mental health can be like kind of slid under the rug. Yeah. So we need to stop that and and really like focus on it just as much as anything else in everyday life. Also, I do work with creatives as a creative director. I have booked and worked with a lot of artists such as Shansia, Vibes Cartel, DJ Khaled, and so on and so forth. And in doing that, I've also had close relationships with some of these artists as well. And so we are all people. We're all people, and we all experience the same things in different ways. As you were saying, there's a solution that we need. Artistry is that, whether it is dance, whether it is visual arts, painting, something. We use these forms to transmute what we experience. If we cannot communicate, we can at least move. We can at least create. And so that's why we have, as Mark said, curated these 3 events so that people can tap into that themselves. And creatives, professionals who are already doing that can also lend their ear and their expertise.
Wow. But this sounds really complete. So who are we looking to target? You mentioned creatives and professionals. Do we have a registration come? We need to know because we like this. When we just get there, we roll in with that. This is enough for us. So how can we connect? How can we get involved? Where do we go to get this information if we need to sign up? What is happening here?
Talawa Caribbean on Instagram. We will have TALLAWAH.
Right.
Caribe, CARIBE.
Right.
On Instagram. You'll be sure to get all the information that you need. We are giving our Google Forms on the page itself so that you can get more analytical stuff in regards of the events that's coming up. Especially considering the event that we have coming up this weekend. We have a strong lineup of dancers.
Nice.
All right. We have some of the best choreographers on the island coming in the love of spreading awareness, mental health awareness, that is. Yes.
For those who don't know, Talawa, that word is a Jamaican word. It's patois. You see me? Yeah, man. Yeah, correct. Make up you. Right. So it is a word that means power, resilience, strength. So that is also the theme in all of these events is that. And I want to highlight again, as Max was saying, these choreographers, these creatives are amazing. They've been doing work on the island for 10 odd years, 15 years. So it is an honor to work with them as well.
So a wonderful space created, when we're targeting certain ills, but at the same time, we platform to showcase our creatives as well. I think this is beautiful. And we're not going to stay far from you guys. That information is out there, but we're going to definitely stay connected with you guys. All right? Yeah. Woo! Welcome. And of course, we look forward.
Yes, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Hi, we're going to talk about gut health today. And did you know that almost 75% of your immune system lives in your gut? So if your gut health is compromised, it's not just your digestion that suffers. It can impact your brain, your heart, your lungs, your hormones, and your overall immunity. Think of the gut as mission control. It doesn't just break down the food that you eat. It sends and receives messages to the rest of your body. We call one of these things the gut-brain axis. Your gut and brain are connected by the longest nerve in the body called the vagus nerve, which is direct communication between the gut and the brain. This is why stress and anxiety can sometimes give you stomach issues, and poor gut health can influence your mood, your focus, and even your mental health. The gut immune axis, with almost 3/4 of your immune system housed in the lining of the gut, any imbalance from poor diet to stress to infections to exposure to toxins can weaken your defenses. It means that you're more vulnerable to colds, to flus, inflammation, and even autoimmune diseases. So if your gut is not working optimally, a compromised gut can influence so many things. And many people are not aware of the importance of maintaining the integrity of the gut. And one small thing, you may think that the gut-brain communication is mainly from the brain down to the gut, but the majority of the communication is actually from the gut to the brain. So the command center is actually in the gut, and that keeps all systems running smoothly. The effects of gut or leaky gut can impact our entire body. So one small step you can take today is to ensure that you eat mainly whole, clean, unprocessed foods. Make your plate as colorful as possible with fruit and vegetables and ground provisions. All of these things will actually improve your gut health and improve and maintain the integrity of the lining of the gut. Remember, the gut is not just about digestion. It's the hub for immune health and even mental clarity, heart disease, dementia, respiratory disorders, so many things. So let's try to nurture our gut on a daily basis.
Well, there you go. That's our Wednesday show. Going out. Have an awesome day today. Remember to stay safe. Be vigilant. Remember, we are still in the Atlantic hurricane season, so there are going to be systems out there. Not for you to panic, but for you to pay attention and continue to monitor reputable sources and stay in tune with what's happening weather-wise. But for today, going out, be safe and be kind and be responsible. Have a lovely Wednesday. Catch us again tomorrow right here.